You know, whether it's University of Arizona, whether it's Cal State, whether it's whatever, they had that perception like, I don't know, Mr. Schupp, they're vets. I mean, are you sure they're going to be okay? So I got to try to tell them, that's why the data for the GPA data is so important, to show them that, yes, this is just a sampling. I'm not picking out really good people. I'm just picking out a sampling, that it's not what they think it is.
Hi, John.
Stevie.
How are you?
Very happy to be here. Thank you for your support from the beginning. Steve Slang is the one who believed in me when no one else did. Well, in the coffee shop across the street.
There were a few others. I would like to, you were talking about programs other places, but it strikes me if they don't model, and you've traveled all over the place to consult with universities and organizations to do this, but it strikes me if they don't model your approach, that they may in fact do what the gentleman here to my left was saying, that they may end up actually ghettoizing the vets, and they may not be very effective. What's your sense of what's happening elsewhere?
What I've asked the universities to do, I said, if you want to be a SERV campus, and I got asked this the other day when I was in Towson University, if you want to be a SERV, and Beach, Bowling Green, if you want to be a SERV campus, you got to have at least one class for vets only. Because I can't ask them to put 4 together, they're going to just hang me. I said, just give me one class. You put one class together, and they'll see the results of that. That's what I want them to see. Show the results one time, allow that to happen. Find a volunteer teacher, like we had volunteer teachers to do it, you know, ex-military, a lot of them. Have them do it and just show the campus one time that this is what can happen. And then I'm hoping that it changes their perception. I know, I'm nervous about that. But also I didn't tell CSU, trying to get money to pay for teachers in classes you don't have enough of. Enough vets in there is the biggest challenge. So when Senator Brown and Laura, thank you so much for your help on that, helped write the Section T of the higher ed package, you know, we fought really hard to get that thing funded. Well, I just got notification, I think you did too, notification that Congressman Obey, the chair of the HHS committee, set in $8 million for that Section T. I wanted 10. He put in $8 million. Now it's going to pass committee because he's the chair of the committee, so it'll pass committee. But the goal is to have it passed this July 31st, so we can apply for funds for that. That'll give about $250,000 to 30 campuses across the country to get it started. We also have the National Guard has given us $2.5 million to try it on 3 different campuses. Once we succeed on that, and I'll be down in Atlanta on the 27th to talk to the National Guard headquarters. Once we succeed with that, then the National Guard will realize the importance of it and will put money into it. So right now I get $2.5 million because of the data that CSU has allowed me to show. But next year we can have 50 to 60 million to do that, because you need to have the teachers do it, and the biggest cost is the teachers. That's the biggest cost, and I'm nervous about that, so I'm trying to get some money to do that. Thanks, Steve.
John, thanks again. Wonderful program that you've got us all motivated in. But after 23 years of service to the Marine Corps and serving over in the nice little desert sandbox there, I watched a lot of my Marines, and I worked with coalition forces as well. I watched a lot of them contemplating what they were going to do when they finally got home, and a lot of them were excited about this, the new GI Bill post 9/11, et cetera, and how they were going to incorporate that into their lives. But the one thing I'm a little concerned about, and I'm excited about your approach, but again, to echo some of the things that these two are, that the lady and gentleman, or two gentlemen, sorry. I simply am concerned about the Marines, the soldiers, going to school and then being put on the little camouflage school bus. They're in special classes over here. I do appreciate that you're taking it one semester and then maybe gradually phasing it out second semester kind of thing. And I hope that that is what's going to go on in the other areas as well in the country, because that's the last thing we want to come back to, is being intimidated or feeling like we're less than, especially when we've made the ultimate sacrifice, I believe.
The key thing is it's an option. And I forgot to mention that. Having the SERV classes, or you have the SERV classes available, the vets can sign up as an option, not a requirement. So if they feel the need, then they can. If they don't, then they don't. And many of them just have one. You know, I got 3 civilian classes, just give me one, because I want to have that camaraderie and that feeling. So I offer that to the university to say it's an option. It's an option only. Offer them, see what happens. And that's what and I know, because I'm nervous about that too. And I got many requests from different organizations saying, John, don't isolate these people. Don't isolate them. I said, I know, but I want to give this as an option to them and just see what happens. So I'm learning it as I go, and I'm learning from the CSU community big time as I go.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Corporal Christopher Russian, and I was a SERV student from Johns last year. I just wanted to comment on the comment she just made. When the veterans come into the SERV program, we don't at all feel special, like we're riding a special bus, of course. It's an opportunity that we all, want to be in. After coming out of the military, we have the chance to be around veterans and, like you said, share stories. So it's kind of like it's more of a motivating factor to come and be in these classes with only vets because we get to, learn together and grow together, and we're all pushing each other. So in no way, shape, or form do we feel demoralized by these classes, and that, like you said, we phase them out after the second semester, so the students can go, veterans can go in whatever direction they choose, but still have the support from Elizabeth and from John, So this program is a great thing, and I think that everybody in this room should take the time to, consider it greatly, because this is going to be the next great nation, and I'm proud, and I thank John that I'll be a part of it. I'll have my degree in a couple years, and there's nothing that's going to stop me, and I know he wouldn't, allow me to stop, and vice versa, just the same thing for him. So this is an awesome program. I just want to say thanks again to John.
Thank you, Corporal Russian. Chris, Corporal Russian had got his information from one of the guys in Original 14, Kevin Hissom, right? Kevin, you were in the same building as Kevin? Yeah. That's how it works. I know I got to go here, but the hard part for me to break through was the fact that I'm not a veteran, and they're not going to trust me, and I know that. So I had to get the Original 14 back in spring of '08. Then they helped with me to try to recruit other vets, because I can't walk into a room full of vets and ask them to believe me, because they're not going to. But a vet will believe another vet, because they know what they've been through. If you can trust a person with your life, you will trust their opinion. And that's what happens in this program. So once you recruit the first time, you don't have to recruit much anymore, because they're going to do it for you, because they know they want to help out those people who are out there right now and get them in here. And the next thing we're going to work on is the wounded vets. I'm speaking today in Philadelphia about that. And I want to run this by real quick, and I'll be done. The wounded vets are the ones that I'm focusing on right now, the TBI victims and so on and so forth, because in my opinion, and I've run this by a couple people, and Ryan proved it, we were at the Summit County Marine Moms, the wounded vets have two things against them. One, they're wounded. Second, they're a veteran. They're sitting in a classroom full of civilians, and one of the civilians says, "What happened to you?" "Well, I got blown up an IED." "Why were you in the military in the first place, and why'd you get hurt?" So they got two things against them. You take that same injured vet and put them into a non-injured class of veterans. They're going to be not just accepted, they're going to be revered, because those vets know that he gave up his self and his life for someone else in that unit. So he's going to be revered in that group. Therefore, he will succeed or have a great chance of success in that class, and then as he goes through college, versus trying to go through college by himself. So I'm going to approach Voc Rehab tonight, VRNE at Philadelphia, to tell them this, and I'll go show the GPAs of our wounded vets in our class, to show that this program is working and working better than what they ever imagined, and I want some money. Because if we're helping the VA out, and we're finding the vets for them, and we created a program without any other funding from them, created a program to help their injured vets, we want more money to help create the program better and increase it. That's my last line tonight to the people of Philadelphia, and I know we're running late on time, so I don't want to keep it.
Today, stay right there. Today at the City Club of Cleveland, we have been listening to a special program featuring John Schupp, the founder and director of Supportive Education for the Returning Veteran, or SERV, at Cleveland State University. Thank you, Dr. Schupp, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This forum is now adjourned.